it feel great. Go, baby.
I better stop that. Hey, what's up? Holy shit. I don't have an entrance, baby, but I was just fucking off. That was loud, Paulie. That's the only way to play Motorhead. Fuck. But anyway. Shut up, Wilson. God damn it. You know, folks, I got to tell you, I hope everybody's having a great time. Cheeky Chica, Mr. United, Paulie's Custom, Adam E, 69 and whatnot. Always a pleasure. Bozo, Wilson. Jesus Christ. He's probably drunk, you know. Anyway, listen, you know, I got to tell you, you know, over the last, you know, couple of years, I mean, I've had people send me things, you know, and each time, I mean, remember, folks, last year I got Betty, and look, it's not a ruse, it's not, you know, something, but if somebody wants to send me something, you know, that I really don't have a problem with it. And Betty was talking about, if you remember last year, you know, she was talking about making cookies, and that's pretty much when I was starting into the whole brownie thing and stuff like that. So Betty was saying that she wasn't going to make any special brownies or special cookies. And I said, I don't give a shit. Just make me some fucking cookies. And I got like 4 pounds of some really good fucking cookies last year. And I mean, it's got nothing to do with January, but still. Last year, I mean, Cheeky Chica sent me this package last year. You know what? And one of the things that is now, it has been for a while, is an official family heirloom. Here at Lobster Studios and Hot Wiener Emporium is the beaver rub that Cheeky Chica sent me, because it says beaver on it and it's rubbed. Childish, worthless humor that'll probably get you nowhere in life, really, but still, you know, it's a beautiful thing. The meat sticks that Cheeky Chica can get a hold of, those things were to die for. She sent my wife this scarf. I love this scarf. I've worn it twice, actually. And I do wear scarves at times, right? I'll wear any kind of, you know, put it over. I'm not, you know, like wearing it like, you know, filming, you know, like your grandma. Yeah, I like scarves sometimes, you know. Fuck, I don't care. But anyway, so you know, and Cheeky, I've still got a little bit of this hair serum. This stuff, I love this stuff. And this isn't a fucking makeup tutorial like Shani or anything, but this stuff is Paulie. Jesus Christ, man. Jeez, now Paulie wants to let Holly. Jesus. Anyway, I've been sent, you know, and Buck Melanoma sent me this Haas shirt, you know, and it's the last 2X he had, so it's a little big for me, but still, I have those people that were looking for that last 2X. I was the one that got it. Mudbrucker even sent me a fucking cast iron skillet in the fucking mail because I threatened. I was joking, but I told him I was going to make up like 100 when he had a contest for, you know, stainless steel cast iron pans. When he, you know, he said, you know, gonna have a contest, you know, random draw and everything. So I figured, wow, I'm gonna find a way to rig this thing, you know. So I told him, I said, look, I'm just gonna let you know right now that I'm gonna make 100 socks and I'm probably gonna win all the fucking pans. So he just said, dude, I'll just send you one if you want to win that bad. And he did. You know, it's not one of the special ones. It's a nice one. I was looking around trying to pull out some stuff that people have sent me, and you know, I've never been, you know, I'm not looking for whatever, and these are things that people are like, you know, like the package that Cheeky sent me, the Canadian candy, because she asked me, she says, what do you want from Canada? And I'm like, I don't know, weed, and there's, you know, the whole, you know, border thing, and you know, if you get caught, not just, you know, and I'm sure it would be safe, I'm sure somehow there's, I'm not saying I don't know, I've heard, but I don't know. But I wouldn't want somebody to like feel like they're in Jane, so international, like drugs, alcohol, whatever. She did send me a bottle of wine. I forgot what that bottle of wine was. I think it had a moose on it. I'm not really fucking sure. But since she's been, folks, we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this in just a fucking moment. But you have to remember that look, okay, Adam, I'm going to tell you right now, I only ate, I'm down. I think I got basically, because I've got this little knife that I use. So I kind of like chop a little bit. And I kind of hope it like comes out. So it's pretty equal. So I'm pretty sure I only did like a third of one of those, this chocolate stuff that I got, so I'm not going to have feel a need to like go lay down for like 4 hours because I got too fucked up, which can happen, folks. You're not going to OD. Sometimes you just need to go lay down for a while. Oh, because you just can't, it's just not going to happen any other. But anyway, so I was sitting around, and I got a message. You like my coffee cup, pothead? See, people that know me, I mean, actually, my wife bought this for me, Mrs. Lobster, because she understands me. She's the one that has purchased pretty much all of my stuff that I have, unless I found something somewhere or something. But most of the good stuff came out of Mrs. Lobster because she understands me. But you need to figure out Discord so I can send mine. Oh, good chocolate, man. Fuck. I mean, even like this right here. I got to tell you, and I have used this bottle. I actually cleaned it up. This I've had it on the shelf it's just moved with the desk over. God, I had this stuff when I lived in Oregon. This is one of the first little things, Mrs. Lobster. I think she put this in my stocking. Our first Christmas together. And I thought, wow, oops, I sharded myself hand sanitizer. Because there was a video on YouTube about this lady walking around and she had shit in the back of her pants. And people were trying to tell her, like, look, we need to go and everything. And she was just totally oblivious to it. And everybody in the fucking store except for her knew that she had shit. And I was like, what's that? She goes, that's a shark. So, yeah. I also learned to refer to certain oven dishes not as Dutch ovens, because that's pretty much when I found out what they call a Dutch oven. So, yeah, it's not all my fault, folks, but sure it is. Anyway, so folks, like I said, over the years, right? I've had, and like I said, I still got these buck melanoma art things that I have, I keep them around. I usually, I don't know, I'll roll a joint or something on it, or like cut the chocolate or whatever, so they become like worthwhile utensils, here at Lobster Studios and Hot Wiener Emporium. And we've collected, things over the years and all sorts of stuff. And we're going to be moving on pretty soon. Hey, Rumor, how you doing? And so anyway, so like I was saying, over, last couple of years, some people I've known longer. And anyway, what was it? Bonnie was the one that made those Fun Brigade stickers that I still have, and stamps, and me getting it's, folks, if I'm going to send Adam one. Geez, never mind. It's a long story. But anyway, so yeah, that's still Shanny spoofs for funny. And just like drag, I did learn a lot about makeup that I didn't fucking know, because the only thing I've ever used in my life was eyeliner and fucking Aquanet. So, but anyway, so, and yeah, he's fucking high again. He's forgetting what he's talking about. So anyway, so a couple of weeks, I don't know, God, how long ago was it? Father Judgement, Schneider Handyman. See, I told you I'd get to it. It only took me 9 fucking minutes, Charlie. Okay? You thought you were like, come on, Grampy. Anyway, so Charlie Snyder, Father Judgement, and we're going to have, hopefully a little bit of discussion about, what Father Judgement really is. Hey, Guido. He told me that his daughter, daughter Jay, wanted a copy of the Grampy Lobster logo. She wanted to make me something. So I was like, yeah, sure. Okay. And I didn't know what it was, and everything. And he sent me this little drawing of like, I had no idea what he goes, this is the first thing. And I saw like a circle or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, it's just, she's going to make some, and people said, she's really good. She's talented and stuff, which is, I mean, I don't know, make a stick man and call it Grampy Lobster and send it to me. I really don't give a shit, but anyway, I'm not asking for Grampy Lobster art. I mean, I would accept it, but anyway, God, don't you get yourself into shit you can't get yourself out of. Anyway, so he sends me, and I send this picture, and he said, my daughter's made it, we're sending it out. He goes, I'm going to go to Mullberry Street and get something fresh, right? So I'm like, oh, okay. He goes, I'm going this Friday. Well, that Friday, it rained. Yeah, Grampy Lobster loves presents, long story short. But no, it's the thought, people, and seriously, come on, Crash, fuck me. I've never, God, jeez. Yeah, Crash isn't getting stuff in the mail. But anyway, and so, but Jesus, Crash, thanks a lot, man, for ruining my buzz. Jesus. God, the other night, who was it? Fuck, now it's Crash. Man. Anyway, so he's going to send it, but it rained, right? And it did. It rained up and down the East Coast, and it pounded and shit. Oh, okay, he goes, I'll send it next Friday. So something happened. So it was probably, I don't know. Liberally, I'll say, I mean, not liberally isn't political. Please don't think, oh God, no, Grampy Lobster's going all libtard and shit, No, but I'm talking about in like numbers and spaces and stuff like that. But conservatively, probably twice he told me that he was going to send it that fucking Friday. And I think actually it may have been like 3. I forgot for a comment. I was like, hey, did your daughter know you haven't sent that yet? So so anyway, so I'm bugging the fuck out of Charlie because I'm like, I want to see what this is. He goes, I haven't got it. He goes, I could send hers right now, but I want to send it in one big package, So I think he just wanted it. I think he wanted his daughter to actually pay for postage, but it backfired on him, right? Because anyway, but so I get a message finally. I think it was Friday, Saturday. Anyway, I'm supposed to get a pack. I think it was Friday. He says, the package, he goes, I'm sending it overnight. So, well, it didn't come overnight. So anyway, so he said, well, the quickest he could get was next day delivery. It's going to come Sunday. And I looked at the tracking number, right? And it sat in Port Chester, New York until Monday. Sure. It was here the next day. They sent it pretty much, because it went from like Port Chester to Providence to, So anyway, and but still, just thought that he spent that much goddamn money to send something overnight. And what he sent was overnight, folks. And I know what you're saying. Lobster review, shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. Well, anyway, so first thing I do is I notice that Charlie takes the fuck out of boxes. I don't have one of those super duper fucking that's a knife things. I got some sharp stuff, right, folks? But I learned a long time ago that I've cut myself so many times slicing things and dicing things, working in delis and or whatever like that. I mean, I've got sharp knives in the kitchen if I need them like that. But if I've got box cutters on it, I'll just use have a letter open. I mean, whatever the fuck. When you tape the fuck out of something, it can be a little distracting. So I get these 2 envelopes, right? what says one says number 1 and one says number 2. You know, and I'm thinking they're sealed hermetically, and they got bubble wrap in them. Right now, bubble wrap's going to come in. Let's talk bubble wrap, folks. Holy shit! So it's got the bubble wrap on the inside of the package, right? For both of them, right? So I open up the first two, and the first one I get. Now I thought this was a like a coaster. It says, "Hey, Stinky," on the side. I thought it was like a coaster where I could place my coffee cup. I'm informed it might be a weed tray. It could be both, folks. But I thought that's pretty fucking awesome, man. I've never had. And somebody pressed, I think it's resin or something, but it's got Stinky's picture in there, you know, like, and like, wow, somebody actually took the time to make me this. This is wild. It's like when your kids make stuff, you know, when they're little, and but this is like better because a lot of times their heart was like really bad, and you go, oh, this is really cute, you know. But anyway, so the other one, and this is it. She made me a Grampy Lobster Fun Brigade coaster / I've heard they've used them for weed trays too, and it's really cool. I love this thing, man. It's like, thank you so much. And I mean, wow. But I thought, man, that's fucking cool. And then, you know, and folks, we're gonna look. I gotta show you something. Okay, there's only a couple of things that I put up as pictures that you know, stuff. I've got my picture of me and my wife on our wedding day. I've told you that story. You know, how fucking much of a really weird day that was. You know, and then I get this picture here. I get this picture. Says, to a great friend of ours, Grampy Lobster, from Charlie and the Pasta Eatin' Boys, right outside of the Pasta Eatin' Boys Social Club, Bakery, and Funeral Parlor. Members only. Folks, it's a fucking exclusive club, right? It's an official club. It's kind of like, I don't know, I mean, special privileges or something. I don't know. I'd have to check into that. But I thought, you know, that was, you know, that was beautiful. I love that. I mean, that's on our next, and that's on our next thing that's going to be up there too. And if Gary Snowflake would send me a fucking clock, it could be part of our, you know, upcoming new thing too. But anyway, but yeah, it was like cool as shit. And I'm like, holy crap, this is beautiful, right? And let me tell you something. Okay, first of all, okay, let me hold this. I got limited space here, folks. So I'm gonna, first of all this comes in this fucking box, right? This giant fucking box. And like I said, I'm not putting any information, but this motherfucker was taped. I mean, you would have thought, I mean, no one was getting in there. I mean, there could have been none of this. Ooh, it absolutely, you know, accidentally opened, or, I mean, you had to really want to get into this box, right? But it came with like this much fucking bubble wrap. I mean, there's a lot of bubble wrap. And folks, what I'm thinking about doing, like I said, I think we did this last year. When we found out how much, excuse me, hold on. It's empty. It's just, we found volume discounts on funeral service. But I'm sending Grampy Lobster cutters with a safety cutter. Yeah, I've gotten, I mean, it's been years. I mean, but God, I've sliced my hand open on a deli slicer. I just like, I could say, oh, it wasn't my fault, but in the end, you know. But anyway, so but this year, remember, folks, the holidays are coming up. And remember, Von Helton's kids, they love bubble wrap. We've already started our collection here. And remember, folks, they also like the green bubble wrap because it makes it look more holiday-ish and Christmassy. So let's start collecting our bubble wrap. And send it to general delivery at what, Oneida, Kentucky, or Manchester, Kentucky post office, in care of, you know, whatever you'd like to put on there, Fun Brigade, Trolls, Haters, Naysayers, your own personal message, you know, and just put on for the kids, because we know that Von Helton's kids, they love bubble wrap. And just in case they're stuck at Stinky's house this year, well, folks, I know what you're saying. Grampy lobster, is that all you fucking got? No, says I. I've made it widely known that snacks, good bakery goods, are a good staple of my diet at times. And being a man that, well, Charlie sent me these whole bunch of these little cannolis, right? Now, they weren't from Mullberry Street, because I know sometimes they was from Neary's Bakery Retail Outlet in Port Chester, New York. And I understand why. Sometimes you can't get down to Mullberry Street. Sometimes there's some people around there that don't want to see you. You know, sometimes you don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to stay away for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really going on. Just, hey, I haven't happened to be down there for a while. But you know what? I saw this other bakery. They got some good cannolis, you know, just as good. Nah, it's not Mullberry, but it's, you know what I'm saying? So, so I actually have 2 cups of coffee. No, I'm not going to pull a shanty like a cannoli. I watched that video knowing pretty much I thought I had cannoli. Now, these aren't Buca di Beppe, you know, these are like a little local Italian bakery that actually employs, you know, or run by Italians. You know, it's got grandma's recipe, probably a recipe that's been around for years. You've got we've got bakeries around here that are still in business that people have gone to continuously since like the 50s. It's that's where you go. That's the best place to go, period. They've got good stuff. And a lot of them are closing, and people like freak out. They go, I've always gone there. Where else can I go and stuff? And there's other places, but you know where you can always get something that's really good, that's authentic, you know? And why go somewhere else when you already know where you can get something, you know? And so I understand the whole, you know, I don't know. Sometimes you go into an area, you know, I think, fuck you, Gary. See, Gary. I hate you, Gary. Oh, I had never had these. Oh, well, I know. Wait, nope. Yeah, this is actually a cannoli too. There was actually these other things. They were these cakes. Mrs. Lobster had a few, and she goes, no, I don't want any more. And if you eat all of those, it's your fault if you get sick. And I'm like, well, that's why I have antacids. I don't do, and see, this is why I don't actually buy them, is because a lot of times I don't know when to fucking stop. But when they're really fucking good. Now, this is like the one that Shani, like, looked at, like, she was trying to perform a sex act on a fucking bakery product, and really poorly done, trying to be, you know, had a little chocolate dip thing she put in. This, like I said, you know, these are smaller, you know, sometimes people think bigger is better, you know, when it comes to a dessert. You know, a lot of times you get a big cannoli and you take that first bite, then you're like, oh, this is so good. And after the second bite, you're going, oh man, this thing is so fucking rich. They don't have to be rich, you know, they have to be good. And they are. I gotta tell you. I'm not going to go all freaky weird and shit like that, like Rev, or having like they said, a foodgasm. That's that's not, And actually, unlike them, I prepared. My wife says, "Why are you taking that hand towel out of the bathroom?" And I said, "Because you've seen me eat cake. You've seen me how, folks, I ate s'mores one time. We were sitting at this fire when we lived in Oregon, and we had gone camping, and we bought supplies for s'mores for about 20 people. But it turns out that other people, so we never used ours. So when we got home, we made s'mores one night. I ate so many goddamn s'mores, and they were good, folks. I was so hammered, and they were just so good. I ate way too many s'mores. The next day, I felt like shit. Not necessarily from the alcohol, because I really didn't. I mean, I was more stoned than anything. I had a few drinks, but it wasn't the alcohol. So yeah, that's why I don't keep stuff around like that, because when I get fucked up, I just, it's like, man, this is really fucking good, and it's actually, it's like good, like food. It's sure, it's not healthy. I'm not going to say, oh, this is vegetarian, folks. This is in no way, any way, made by natives. Okay. That whole idea that Shani was trying to pull off with the native food, the ranch. Folks, I got to tell you, honestly, when I was watching that, sure, it was stupid as fuck, right? I mean, we all knew. But watching her go on, and I really think that when she says stuff, I mean, like you've seen it. They're trying to find something. They're trying to find a niche. Shani's reading stories. Shani's doing makeup tutorials. Shani's writing apology letters to fucking drag God. Oh, holy shit. And like with Rev, I think honestly, Rev wants to be a good guy. I do. I think he's dumb as fuck about the way he goes for it. And like other people have said, he's very, he's a guy that'll draw towards a very dominant personality. And Shani got him sober. Probably holds that over his head. Probably has in the past. I still think when Shani got herself arrested and claimed that she was swatted somehow, that I think personally it was a power play. So she could have had, because she wanted Rev. She kept saying she wanted Rev to go get some help and wanted Rev to get some help. And Rev's like, he didn't seem to be, and he could have been, he could have been a little bit angry, and he calmed down, realized that, hey, but she was trying to, like, this is my opinion, folks, my opinion. God damn, these are good. And, these were sent Saturday, okay? Made fresh Saturday. Sat in the post office in Port Chester somewhere in New York, until one day. They shipped them up next day. So they didn't lie to you. Oh, gee. And trust me, that's what they're going to tell you. And I hope you get some satisfaction on this, Schneider and or Charlie. Because no, I mean the fact that you know, but yeah, what they told you and what they did was, you know, I never know. You might get a credit for when you send Von Helton's kids bubble wrap for Christmas, because I think we should all do that. Oh yeah, she wasn't swatted. There's nobody. I mean, she also wasn't raped by the police department in the fucking jail, or as she put it, in prison. You know. Damn, those are good. I gotta put them down. Oh, man. Did you watch? I know some of you have, because when I actually watched it, some people were surprised that I actually. Man, I'm not done with those yet, folks. Anyway. And remember, we have our hammer of justice. My link to the Masons through my grandparents. This was my God. Anyway. So there's some clout there. Emo's walk home. I only watched part of that. Emo's got to be. I've come to the conclusion that I don't think. Sure, Emo might have a bit of Asperger's, autism, somewhere on the scale. I'm sure he does, or whatever. You know, he may or may not have some sort of. I'm sure there's a medical condition, you know, probably that states that, you know, it might be a good idea if you wear diapers sometimes, because. Which, like I said, a lot of people do, right? I've known people that, you know, there's certain times they don't, because, you know, they feel confident or they feel, you know what I mean? But there's certain, you know what I mean? God, it's weird that you even have to explain that shit. It's not the fact that, you know, sometimes somebody has to wear some sort of undergarment or something like that so they don't pee a little bit, or they don't, like, you know, like, poop a little bit, and that's why we have oops I shorted myself hand sanitizer, folks, because remember, we've all trusted one too many farts, you know. So yeah, so anyway, so, and then he's even admitted that he dabbles in the whole diaper fetish thing, and pulling his diaper down like it's a pair of pants, like, look, you know, boys can wear diapers too, you know. I mean, like, God, I remember when it was a big thing when girls wear pants, or girls, you know, didn't wear dresses and they start wearing dresses and people like freaked out. It's nothing like that, folks. It's just, this is a grown man, right? Which, like I said, if you poop yourself a little bit sometimes and you got to wear something, you know, I've got no problem with that. That happens. It's a fucking big industry. It happens to people all the fucking time. But when you make a habit of like explaining why you do, and a lot of the things that people talk about on the internet, with pretty much, I would say all of it, that people talk about Emo with, is things that he's actually said or things he's actually done. People have actually witnessed certain things. I mean, there's some certain things people go off crazy and say, oh, Emo probably does, you know, but the majority of stuff, just like with Von Helton, just like with Shanny and Rev, these are things that people have witnessed, they've heard, they've seen videos, not chopped up videos, or even if it's chopped up, yeah, they said it, you know. I mean, just weird shit, you know. I mean, some people with Shanny go all the way back to when she said the moon was a hologram, and then, you know, they took the train ride from there to where we are. But some people go back farther. Same with Emo. Same with Von Helton, and that's why we're here, folks. Because we just like to tackle it all at once. And with Michelle Best on board, remember, folks, you can join the Greedy Gold Diggers. Have you joined the Greedy Gold Diggers yet, folks? The Greedy Gold Diggers, we stand for a lot of things, but one thing we don't stand for is sandwich bigotry. Sandwich bigotry, people who have no heart and wish to death upon certain breakfast sandwiches, such as the iconic Egg McMuffin, or, like I said, I like the sausage Egg McMuffin with cheese. Yeah, time out on the field for a second, folks. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Nah, Grampy didn't get swatted. Actually, I was reminded because screen shenanigans. No, actually, folks, it's not just a cannoli mukbang, but went out tonight and celebrate and to fight sandwich bigotry in the world today. Oh, it even came with a napkin. Oh, somebody had French fries. Why is there only one French fry in the bottom? Man. Well, sometimes you got to eat the fries on the way home. But like we've said before, the fight against sandwich bigotry has got to stop. Right now, Michelle Best is spreading hatred, lies, and bigotry towards Egg McMuffins of all kinds, all around the world. And we're not going to stand for it. That's why we're looking for you to join the Greedy Gold Diggers and fight for your right to defend your favorite sandwich. And it doesn't mean you don't have to like an Egg McMuffin. You don't have to understand an Egg McMuffin. You can talk all the shit you want about an Egg McMuffin, but an Egg McMuffin has the right to exist just as freely as any other sandwich. I'm telling you, that's just the way it is. I mean, we talked just last night about how important, what happens if she starts talking about your favorite sandwich? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see where I'm going right now? What happens if she starts talking about your Reuben sandwich, your meatball sub, your steak and cheese, whatever the fuck you want? Goddamn sissy boy fucking veggie, crispy, fake fucking meat bullshit sandwich or something. You still got the right to eat that shit too. You gotta fight for your right to troll. Stinky McMuffins matter. That's right, folks. And to celebrate that tonight, we've personally, my go-to thing, and people talk about it, they go, oh, it's like that. You can get a better hamburger, but they always have like good specials and stuff. I like a good Whopper with cheese. They've got the 2 for $5 thing, and yeah, it's a pretty good burger for what it is. I like them better than McDonald's, actually. I'm not planning to actually eat this fucking Whopper on camera. I probably will eventually, off camera on this thing, because I'm really fucking high, and who's getting freaked out right now? Nikki Goods? How is this freaking you out, Nikki? I really don't understand. I want to know. Help me understand, Nikki. How is this freaking you out? Help me understand. I really don't understand. I'm pouring my feelings out. I'm telling what my passions, and I'm freaking you out, had a Whopper an hour ago. Fuck yeah, man. Now, like I said, I'm on the StreamYard side, so the a hot dog is a sandwich. You can call it a sandwich if you want. I really don't give a shit, Wilson. If you want me, no, I'm not going to fight you. I mean, if you want to call it a sandwich, you have that right, Wilson. You have that right. I'm telling you, you have that right. And that's why, we should fight for the rights of McMuffins. We should fight McMuffin bigotry. So, watching the elderly eat is never fun. Look, I try my best. Look, I did the cannoli thing tonight. There's times you'll see me. There's times you'll see me munching on something because I'm really high. And if I do, I try to go off camera. Sometimes I just go, fuck it, I'm a pie, like that. But I really try. I'm not one of these people that just, I can eat in front of people, like if I'm having a meal with people, or if I'm in a restaurant, it's not like I hide myself. It's nothing like that. But I'm not one of these people that's going to sit in look, I'm not the kind of guy that wants to sit and eat my Thanksgiving meal with you while you eat your Thanksgiving meal, right? We can have a stream later. Maybe we can, somebody can pull out a turkey sandwich or something and go, yeah, leftovers, or some pie or whatever the fuck. That's fine. But I don't want to have Thanksgiving. I'm not, that's, no. So, yeah. So I just wanted to put that out there. But we'll probably be live Thanksgiving night. Just like Grampy Lobster's big time birthday bash is coming up next month, folks. Remember last year was a lot of fun. This year promises to be a lot more. You prefer Burger King. If you're going to do the fast food thing or something, sure, you can go to other places and get a burger that you're like going, oh, But yeah, for something like that, ham is a superior holiday meat. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck. I am not the most traditionalist type person. Trust me, folks. I lived as a kid one time. We spent 2 Christmases in a row actually spending Christmas like in a station wagon, not being homeless, but traveling from one town to the next one. My dad was in the Navy. So yeah, I've actually spent Christmas at a rest area where my mother pulled out a little 2-foot aluminum foil tree that was like really horrible, and then she kept it. And then the third year we actually lived somewhere, and we still had that goddamn stupid tree. It was ugly as fuck. And but so A&W, yeah, A&W's got, but it's there's not a lot of A&W's around. But there's a lot of places you can go, folks. Those cannolis keep talking to me, I gotta tell you. But I know Pasta Eatin' Boys and Schneider and Charlie have seen the new Von Helton video where he talks about his military service and the fact that if anybody tries to disparage his military service again, he's going to sue them. He's going to get their channels flagged, because nobody knows what went on in that conversation between him, the lieutenant, and the captain. Man. And then we have the NCOs, the ones that they just don't fucking like you. Whether it's your fault or not, whether it's there's always not all the time, but there's somebody, and this is where I'm going, because I've had a bit of this, and other people have had this issue too. There's a time when you get into a place, right? When you go to a duty station, and there's somebody above you, right? That just doesn't like you, right? And just the first day, they don't like you for whatever appears, just something about them, and they just don't like you. And they can make your life a living hell. And if they have any opportunity, sometimes they will fuck you. They will. And so it's army politics. There's always, not everybody is going to think you're a great guy, right? Not everybody. So the whole idea that you got a sergeant or some sort of NCO that didn't like you, that wanted to make your life a living hell. That's part of the, I mean, you like to think it doesn't happen, but it does. It's happened to a lot of fucking people, you know? And the fact that his sergeant said, I want you out of my army. Now that's pretty direct, you know, in the United States, because he's speaking for the United States Army. He's like, look, as far as I'm concerned, officially speaking, you're a real shitbag. You don't fucking belong here. You need to get the fuck out. Go home. And Stinky, looking at him, you know, he started going, you know, your army, it's my army. My family goes all the way back to the Revolutionary War. That's what they call kind of a red flag when you get into certain situations. Like, look, I spent time in trouble in the Army, right? I was an E5 at one time. I actually got to carry a 45 one time because one of my privates was being court-martialed for stealing stereo equipment out of the barracks and shit like that. And so I got to, like, you know, but I've been a part of like those sergeants and lieutenants that are screaming at people. I've been that person that they're screaming at. So, and if you've ever been in these situations, they're not just sitting there having a chit chat with you about your opportunities when you depart the United States Army and decide to go into civilian capacity, because you have to wait a whole year to get transferred to go to the field. Because remember, folks, Stinky, all he wanted to do was literally sit in a tank and read his manual, -10, whatever you want to call it. There's a dash, there's a any book, any instruction manual, any item that you pick up in the Army, at least I know, there's a fucking book about, there's a manual there, a -10, I believe it is. It's been, anyway. So the fact that he just if you wanted to find Private Helton, you could find him down at the motor pool, sitting in his tank, reading his manual. Folks, that's a red flag just as well. I mean, seriously. He's even admitted he didn't get along with nobody. All he wanted to do was study and read his. And then the lieutenant just looks down the hatch of the tank and says, Private Helton, what you doing? It's like, are you fucking serious? And this is, you know, folks, for those of you who were never, I mean, like I said, I'm not your prime example of what a soldier was in the United States Army. I have never claimed to be, okay? So don't think, oh, Grampy Lobster's getting all, and plus I do support the military. I mean, you know, I do, you know. And I mean, not every, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, we need security. We always have, you know, it's just, you know, not everybody's always getting along. So, and you know, when you come from, it's just, I'm not going to get into that. But his idea, and I know I'm going all over the place, folks, and I was going to play this fucking video. You can watch it. It's somewhere. Doc Zayas, I haven't watched his review of it. But I noticed that I think Charlie had posted or sent it or something. I saw it and I'm like, are you fucking serious? Von Helton is claiming that he told his lieutenant that, you know, like the whole, it used to be Ghost Tank. Remember that? Remember that? Those of you that remember Ghost Tank, you know, and there was a Civil War soldier in his tank or some horse shit like that, you know, and him and his lieutenant had a nice conversation. I mean, this is the same fucking horse shit. I mean, fuck me. But he tells his lieutenant, you know, there's a war coming and we're not ready. And being the personality type that he is, where he's always sitting by himself and not paying attention to anybody, kind of that lone wolf kind of, and I wouldn't even want to say wolf because wolves are like, but still, the idea when you, and that could be considered a red flag, because at that point they were starting to look, because they were realizing that you know, some people, you know, when I guess when there wasn't a war actually going on, you know, with bullets whizzing by, and we weren't in Vietnam anymore, when you were in billets area more, and you know, doing the Suzio maker shit and always getting ready for another inspection. Fuck, you always painting shit that you just painted, or sweeping the motor pool, you know, or they'll find something for you to do. Sometimes you're having an inspection, sometimes you're cleaning your fucking room all fucking day. And when it's done, you better fucking pass, you know, or something's going to happen. Yeah. I mean, it's rules. It's part of being in the fucking army, you know, but or having duties in the barracks or around, you know, it's like, I just want to be in my tank, you know, like it's a fucking, like, dude, we're not even, you know, it's like he was ready for them bullets started to whiz. He's just, you know, I'm gonna sit in my tank. I'm gonna be ready for them Ruskies. It's like, that's a red flag, folks, because you don't get to just sit in your tank. I mean, on duty, there's a lot of times you're on duty, you're not in your fucking tank. There's no reason. I was in the artillery. There was so many times when I'm on duty, there was literally no reason for me to be in the motor pool, or to be in, you know, working on our vehicle, or, you know, like doing whatever the fuck, because you do other things. You're just not in your, it just doesn't work like that. And Stinky thinks it does. He thinks we should always be in the field. And now he's bringing up reforger. I was in Germany for a reforger. I don't know how they transport troops from the United States or something. It was when I first got over there. It's a very multinational training exercise that it was pretty cool. I mean, you know, there was some, you know, I don't know if like, I don't know if they picked troops, because we had it was United States Army Europe, which was called USARA, with the multinational or whatever. That's who. I didn't know that they brought people over from. They may have at other times. I don't know, but it was like a drill for, you know. Anyway, and it lasts a while. It's a very lengthy, you know, training, and and there was some drinking involved. I learned how to drink gin and tonic out of a 7-Up bottle. But anyway, by a lieutenant. But anyway, but a lot of, you know, but and second of all, if a unit wants it, Stinky made it sound like when he said his unit didn't have the money to go. Now, if the United States Army says, I want this unit over in a certain place training, right? They don't look to see if there's some kind of kiddie fund, you know, to make sure all the boys can get on, you know, whatever, you know. They pretty much fund that. It's the United States fucking Army. It's not your unit's fucking fund. You know, it's the United States fucking Army. He made it sound like, yeah, we really want to go on that trip, you know, but, you know, we're going to have a bake sale to raise money so we can go on Reforger, you know. We're going to have a car wash. We're going to raise money so our unit can raise enough money to send ourselves. It's not camp, you know. If the Army wanted you there, they'd be like, look, man, this is what's going to happen, and the wheels go moving from there. It doesn't matter if, you know, fuck. That Reagan cut the budget too. That's bullshit. Look, I got to tell you, just from my perspective, before Reagan took office, there was a lot of times we would be in the field, limited gas, limited, if any, ammunition to fire. You're in the artillery, you know, at least you want to fire, you know. I mean, every time, try fire 3 days or something. Couldn't go too far because of money, budget cuts. Okay. We weren't, it wasn't like code 5 or like red alert, that shit. It was just training, you were, battalion level stuff. That was it. I'm not even looking at the side chat because it's a bake sale. I'm noticing that. I'm sitting there thinking, what is this? Can I have a bake sale? A car wash to raise money no, they want you there. Trust me. You're going to be there, Fuck me. I mean, it's the same way when our unit, I went to NTC, National Training Center. You're scheduled to go there, and you better be ready to go and flight. The whole pre-preparation, inoculations, and having to do the living wills and the whole preparation for the whole thing. I mean, they go through the whole thing. It just a total troop movement. But it's not because it's not because your unit raised enough money, or had enough money saved up, in the GoFundMe page or some shit, God damn. Army calendars like firefighters. Oh God. And then him telling, when he's having this conversation with his sergeant, and I'm sure his sergeant was telling him that he was just a piece of shit, a worthless worm slime, Joe shit the rag man. Just get the fuck out of my face. Pretty sure. Because Stinky's one of these guys, he wanted to go in the army to kill commies. He wanted to go in the army and shoot things. He didn't understand, he's a patriot. All my family's ever been in the military. This is the first time he mentioned his family, the Frosts, about their service in the military. This time he didn't have anything shitty to say about him. Because, now he's trying to leverage, it's like, look, I come from a family of veterans, and I fought in the Cold War, and the fact that he claimed to his lieutenant, folks. Now, folks, if you haven't heard this part yet, there's 24 people watching. Wow. Thank you. There's 24 fucking people watching. And he tells his fucking lieutenant that he predicted Desert Storm, Iraqi. He predicted the whole thing, even the general's name. It was going to lead the charge. And that's why his lieutenant had that puzzled look in his face, because his lieutenant was probably going, oh, fuck, you are that stupid. Fuck. Oh, crap. And he walks over to the captain, probably went to the first sergeant, and says, top. That's what you call first sergeant, usually top. It's like Private Hilton, man. He's a fucking, yeah, I know, he's a piece of shit. Call the captain. So that's when Stinky gets to have a meeting with the captain, where he gets to have his little sit-down meeting where only him and the lieutenant and Stinky know what really went on, where he had the opportunity to go into a different civilian capacity. The fact that, they were really, their eyes were raised and people took notice. Folks, if this was World War II, Stinky would have been an OSS agent right off the bat. Stinky claims he saved thousands of lives since he predicted the Iraqi war. Name which one, doesn't matter at this point, because Von Helton is just totally stupid. And this is the reason. He's setting it straight. This is why you can't call him, yell out stolen valor, because if you get a discharge under honorable conditions, it's not a dishonorable discharge. No. Non-judicial punishment usually are just a fuck up. They don't want you there for whatever fucking reason. Okay? You're not the greatest guy in the world. You don't deserve a pat on the back for serving in the United States military, but you're not going to jail for anything. We'll just give you under honorable. It was okay. Nothing shitty, too shitty, but not just kind of that mark. Can't even give it a C. You know what I'm saying? between a C and a D. It's like, but you're like, okay, fuck, he's not a complete dickhead. We don't want to fuck his life up. We're just, okay, honorable. We don't want to, So that was probably his sergeants that just threw that in there, because he wasn't going in the military. He wasn't going back in the military anyway, which has literally nothing to do with a separation code. It means how you left the military. It doesn't matter if you wanted to come back or not. There's people get kicked out of the military that want to jump right back in, and they have at times. You get waivers, whatever. But Stinky, it didn't matter, because he wasn't going back in the army anyway, because his mother, this is when he was the Punisher. I'm thinking when he went AWOL from the army, and folks, it's time for a cannoli. Damn you, stop. Anyway, so I'm sorry. I really am. I know, old man eating. Anybody that, now, first he claimed that Basic and AIT were the best time he ever had. The Delta Devils, they did something special, and then they broke them all up. They were a special team, Now he claims that Basic and AIT were just, he barely made it because he was this weak little weakling guy, and they got him up to shape in record time flat, man. They were surprised. They were surprised just how fucking good Stinky was at just gaining mass muscle, So needless to say, when this whole conversation would happen with his captain and his lieutenant and his sergeant, when they were just going, yeah, you're pretty much a piece of shit. He was like, fuck you, I'll just leave. He quit and decided to go wash dishes and be the Punisher. And that, my friends, is where the Killeen Texans fighting the pimps and the drug dealers, that's where those adventures take place. God damn it. Where's my fucking towel? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I am a little self-conscious. You never fucking know it. But anyway, so he's washing dishes being the Punisher, and he saved all those prostitutes and stuff from the pimps, except for the German girl. And we've even learned the story behind the German girl. I mean, I've heard tell. Fuck me. Where did? Oh. I am losing my fucking mind right now. I had I had some Burger King towels. I use it. Anyway, so he couldn't save the German girl. And then I guess they found out where he was, and they told his mom to go pick him up. They didn't want him back. And that's when Stinky went into the civilian capacity. I mean, that was just a ruse, with his mom going there. That was just to, set everybody off track. Because from there, this was supposed to fucking, folks, if you haven't seen this, if you haven't watched this, Somebody has it somewhere. You know, if you go on Von Helton's BitChute channel, somebody's probably got it in Trolls Haters and Naysayers of the Fun Brigade, or it's, if you don't think Stinky's just the biggest piece of shit for what he says, especially towards the end, where he saved thousands of lives for people, personally, himself, what he knew, for his part in the Cold War. Some sort of psychic ability, I guess. Maybe the gods were talking to him. Tim Hortons and hockey. That's pretty big in Canada, I hear. But, and like I said, I'm not one of these big military Yahoo, like, I mean, there's been people that have, you know, like, oh, you used to be in the army, you used to be in the artillery, you don't have guns and stuff, and you don't like shit. I'm like, no, I'm not into that. You know, I mean, I did that a long time ago, and that's what I did, and I don't now. And I mean, there is coming a point in my life one of these days where I'm going to get something probably a little bit stronger than my staple gun. But, you know, that I haven't got to that point. But other than that, no, it's just not my thing. Some people can't understand that. You know, some people, I mean, and some people I know that have never served in the military act like they want to be in the military, or they were in the fucking military. The whole stolen valor thing. Von Helton seems to think that if you steal somebody's identity, that's stolen valor. No, or the fact that he went, if you go through your basic and AIT and you make it all the way to your first duty station, you know, that's not stolen valor. No, but it's not really accomplishing much either. Seriously, it's not accomplishing much. Gee whiz, you got through beginner's course, you know. Now you go and, you know, and when it came time for him to actually like be in the army and be around other people in the military and just interact with people that weren't stupid like he was, he found it very fucking difficult. He found it just as difficult in the army as he did when he was in high school, because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. Seriously, that's probably, in my opinion, that seems to be a popular thing now, in my opinion, you know. But no, the whole, when they found out that when the captain found out about his prediction, you know, and then we're going to put you in civilian capacity. That's right, boy. There's a little fucking diner down the street that's looking for dishwashers. Get the fuck out of my army. What do you mean your army? My fucking family fund. All the way back to the Civil War. Doesn't mean a goddamn thing. Stinky was a shitbag. I mean, and like I said, remember, folks, oh my God, an hour and 7 minutes. There's 23 people listening to me fucking run my mouth, eating cannolis, possibly a Whopper, maybe some fucking chocolate later, more. I don't know. It's early, folks. Red and green duct tape. And if you talk about his military service, if you disparage it, if you question it in any way, he's going to have your benefits taken away. He's going to call the fucking military. Nobody's calling the military and saying Von Helton this and that, no, reporting Von Helton. People that have, folks, if you spend any amount of time in the military, do the slightest bit of reading about anything in the military, just how he describes the military is like out of a fucking movie. I know he went to basic and AIT, and it was 12 weeks. Mine was 12 weeks too in the artillery at Fort Sill. Basic and AIT combined, 8 weeks and 4 weeks, and then whatever. But his description of what AIT would have been. His family served in since the Civil War, the Revolutionary War. My grandfather served in World War I. My other grandfather was on a sub chaser in World War II. Thank you, Charlie. My grandfather served for years. Retired in E9, Master Chief. I mean, in Submariner, stuff. And my dad was in the fucking Navy for like 20 years. My brother retired in E9, Submariner for 20 years. Had a fucking admiral speak at his fucking retirement ceremony. I had a brother that was a tanker that recently passed away. It was a tanker for 12 years. Went to Fort Knox, Kentucky. So and I was in for like around 6 years. But this whole fucking, my whole family fucking served. Fuck you, Stinky. The same people that you think are ripping you off now, all of a sudden it's like, well, they serve now. Now you want to bring them in whenever it tries to suit you, And if we make fun of him, we discourage him, if we slander him in any way and talk about, because were we there? Were we there in the conversation? Stinky, that's a conversation that goes on in the orderly room, in the captain's office, in the first sergeant's office, in the chief of fire and battery's office, in the middle of the fucking orderly room, sometimes in front of every fucking buddy. Hopefully, not. But it's they realized you were an idiot, and they didn't want you there. Plain and simple. Now flag this, fuckface. I mean, god damn. And remember, folks, if you're not watching this on the official 2020 Uncle Lobster channel, you're getting played. Oh, shit. Fuck. Oh, God. Where's my head? Oh, here's my earbuds. Okay. Wow. So what I'm going to do is share the link. If somebody'd like to come in and have some fun, talk about Stinky, just, God, whatever. Remember, it's the MUKBANG, and like I said, I got a Whopper too. I know, a 9-volt. Uh-oh. Chiki's speaking French. She's putting those little lines in her letters and stuff. Frenchmen who took their native lands. Natives are referred to as metis. I don't know. You could slowly have a Whopper. Yes, I do, Buzz. Or Buzz Kitty, Dove Kitty. Yep, that's true. Ladies and gentlemen, America's favorite fucking handyman. What's up there, Snyder?
What's going on, brother? Hey, I got a new pair of headphones. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I was at Best Buy last week.
Yeah.
And my grandson broke my last set of headphones. I went out and I bought a brand new pair and drove away with them on my daughter's roof of her car.
Oh.
Them bitches, I mean, they weren't like, they were like 40 bucks. I mean, we back traced all the way through 3 different stores. Yeah, they were gone. So the other day I was in Best Buy and they had a deal. It was like 2 for 1. I was like, sweet. My grandson needed some. I needed some. Couldn't beat that. See you enjoying them goodness of love, man. Are they the bomb or what? Are they the shit? Look, I gotta give a shout out. My daughter said I would not come in here and do justice if I didn't. Those cannolis you're eating is from a family bakery of 4 generations. It goes back in Port Chester over 100 years. The same family in the same exact location. It started out literally as a converted 4-bedroom, what do they call them? Where there's 2 homes in one, a duplex, whatever they call them. Yeah. That's how the bakery started. And 4 generations later, it's an entire factory. And it employs it employs 400 people a day. It's awesome. I plan to go in and do a whole video because my son-in-law is good friends with the owner. So he said, man, if I can get you in there right before they open for 5 minutes, that shit's gold, bro. That shit's gold.
What I liked about it, a lot of times when you get a cannoli, the stuff in the middle is so rich and sweet. It's it's almost like you're eating diabetes almost. And to me, that's not a cannoli. Cannolis it's sweet, but it's not just this, some people just squirt a bunch of shit into like cream and shit. And there's no,
the cream is cheese based.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
If people don't know, the cream of a cannoli is cheese based.
Yeah.
But what Grampy got is their special, and it's a family secret recipe, chocolate cream stuff with chocolate dipped cannoli. Now, my son-in-law has lived here in Port Chester his whole life. Like I said, he used to work for Neary's, does other work for Neary's. He works his parking lot during concerts at the Capitol Theater. Because the factory's closed when the concerts are going on. So he uses their parking lot for parking for the Capitol Theater. So anyways, his whole life he had never eaten a Neary's chocolate cannoli. And I mean, he's just sold, Forget about the old original ones. But hey, Mullberry, someday, brother, I am going to YouTube it live. All right.
Cool.
And I will be on Mullberry going into the #1. I mean, this guy has held the record for 23 years, the #1 cannoli in New York City. I've had 2, and the thing just, you watch him make the shell in front of you. They make the filling from scratch. Everything is fresh right in front of you. And literally the man makes it and hands it to you.
Yeah. I mean,
melts.
Those cannolis, like that one that Shani tried to rape.
The hell do you mean tried?
Those things, a lot of times, they're really creamy. They're really decadent. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's kind of like when you realize, sometimes ever wonder, order a piece of cheesecake and you go, God, why is that piece of cheesecake so fucking small? Because after you eat that small piece of cheesecake, you've had enough. It was a great piece of cheesecake, but if you eat any more, I don't know, portion size, I guess, But that cannoli, that was probably some squeezed in shit that I'm sure it was some kind of, oh God, it was, but that wasn't a homemade cannoli. That wasn't from somebody's great grandmother's fucking, that she used to put on the table and now they put in people's fucking pie holes.
I bet that shit came fucking frozen.
Oh, man.
Now, Schneider, did you check your Discord DMs about the spell we were able to cast last night?
Oh no, brother. I rarely have time for. I haven't even opened Discord in I think a month. To be honest with you. Yeah.
So we completed the circle. We completed the circle around our favorite Von Helton troll last night. Secular opinion was Paul Lynn. He was the secret square surrounded by sigils.
Are you fucking serious? I caught part of it, but it was when Secular was down in the lower left-hand corner and Burnt was right above him. I caught that. And if you go to THN, all right, over on MeWe, I screenshotted the shit out of that. Matter of fact, I'll send it to you. I'll figure out a way. And I think you're center square at that point. At the screenshot I grabbed, I think you were center square. Secular was lower left, Burnt was above him, and then the rest of the cast was spread out. It was full 9, man. We were carrying a full load.
There's some great siggles last night.
Oh, dude, you.
This is my new one.
The best. Oh no, you need to go back to that one you had last night. That was fucking. I was rolling.
Did you catch the one that fucking Jules made?
No, I missed that one.
Hang on.
Was Vaughn in the stream?
No.
Oh.
You know,
Vaughn was given the invite. Oh, he got the invite.
Yeah, I mean,
Vaughn was too busy trying to say that the Geek Room, they slander people all the time, but when people slander them, it's a big fucking deal. Like, no, it's because you're a bitch and you had an invite that to a stream that wasn't a safe space.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. You know, I mean,
exactly. It's just like during that afternoon drag stream where Vaughn went in. Remember that? I was the first one that put in, and drag even warned him. You know my show is not a safe space for you. And then boom, here I pop in the room. You know?
Yeah, I think this sigil here, it gives a new definition of Clan Helton.
Yeah. But do you have a Von Helton coaster / Hey Stinky weed tray? Yeah. I saw that and I was like, "Oh my god, this is."
That's
you've got a lot of people jealous at you. You've got a lot of people jealous at you right now.
My sickle has more tuba.
Yeah.
Mr. Todd, I loved that rap.
Oh, dude. I'm so glad. Thank you for watching.
Brother, that was amazing, man. I was laughing.
So much hate. So much hate.
Yeah, it's just full of hate.
I don't get like what does G-Man actually want in a fucking battle rap? Because whenever somebody steps up with a battle rap, it's it never meets the criteria for him to respond to. And I thought Todd's would have. You know, I thought that it was nice, it was clean. You know, hit the main points, and you know, even G-Man didn't have nothing for that.
It was terrible. That guy's never studied the school of thugonomics. Like you want to try to portray yourself off as like this thug person, and you go to John Cena as like your icon of thugonomics. Like how much more fucking white bread can you be?
It's true. Yeah, I mean, I thought about making it more street, more ghetto.
You know,
it just wasn't genuine. It came off really poorly.
I know, but you know what? You can, and I like I said, you went as old school can get without going Sugar Hill Gang. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I think maybe a little cheesy. Like if you did, I mean, you don't have to be. There were others besides Vanilla Ice, but he's just like the one that. But and not that you have to like do that shit to your fucking hair, and if you but just kind of that, I don't know, put a beat or just I don't know, corny it up a little bit, see if it fucking, call him a poo-poo head, a dodo bird or something, instead of being like artistic and everything, just spew random shit at him, like just say random things. And then in the end, just go word to your mother and go like that. And then, and then it's over, and maybe that'll, exactly.
Word to your mother, G-Man.
Yeah. Except for don't smile.
Yeah. I finally got around to watching the G-Man stream that got flagged that got porn bombed, and good gravy. Like the fucking hills, like him and Vaughn chose to die on that. Slaves during the Civil War could buy their way out of slavery.
Dude, see, I am probably one of the only people that have not seen that. You need to figure out a way. No, you got to send it to me, brother. Figure out a way. All right.
I didn't see that one either.
Rumor research has it up.
Yeah,
Sokka, did you see Sokka? Did you see Von Helton's video about his military service?
You know, I was going to watch it today actually, but then I saw that Secular had set up a live review of it, so I'm just like, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait for that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Grampy, he's going to do one at 10. I don't know if you know. He posted it after you went live, so you probably have.
Oh yeah, that's fine. You know, I mean, it just when I watched that, I'm like, God, how stupid! He's like, if you flag this, you know, what I did is none of your business. I can't talk about that, you know, and this. I'll flag you. I'll call the military. You know, he's threatened to have my VA benefits taken away, any military rank or whatever I ever had stripped from me. He's threatened to do the same thing to other people. I mean, people remember maybe back in the day when he did that shit with Navy Medic, you know, and Navy Medic actually called the military, but yeah, he's got this fascination with
the greatest part of that whole delusion is when he goes way back, when he talks about Delphi days.
Oh, yeah.
He talks about a colonel who dared to even speak ill of him on the internet. And he immediately got him busted in rank, got his VA benefits taken away, a colonel. And I guess maybe that was the NASA days. So what I want to know, Vaughn, because I'm sure you're watching this, right along with the 14 years as an orderly, the 5 years as an EMT, all the years of you traveling the country, opening for DMC as the nation's best DJ, the years that you were the best rock and roll DJ in New York, motherfucker. I'm still looking for that clip. It's out there. I had it when I retired. The last time I did a complete hardware wipe of Von Helton, and I regret it now.
I've erased. I got rid of a lot of stuff
but I had the clip of him saying that New York loved him like they loved Hillary Clinton because he was the greatest disc jockey in New York.
Well, it's a little known fact that during the 80s, he was actually training Mixmaster Mike to be the DJ for the Beastie Boys.
Of course.
So the dude's got to be at least, 98, older than his mother?
He fucking looks it. But like an important thing that I commented on Schneider's video of the two very important things that Vaughn tries to redefine. The stolen valor thing, which is probably the key. Like, no, stolen valor is you're not stealing a veteran's identity. It's you're making shit up about your military service.
Yeah. And trying to profit off of your military service, which he's actually attempted, and is why he doesn't do it anymore. If you remember the Von Helton's rock and roll radio show, he goes, "Hey man, I'm a disabled vet. You know, support us disabled vets."
Oh yeah,
he did that. He did that a few times, and he got caught. And see, that's where a lot of people go. Like with the whole, I don't give two fucks about how long he was in the army. That doesn't matter to me. The fact that he claimed to be, and has never taken. You know, now it doesn't. You know, I've never said that type shit. I might have, but I know somebody's got. You know, like God, it might be on one of my old videos. I don't know. But I don't know if I have that anymore, but it's out there where he talks on his rock and roll radio show about, you know, give to the disabled vets. He's a disabled vet, support the disabled vets and all that shit.
Mr. His Own Life has it.
Yeah. And then when he tried to walk it back and say, he's like, well, no, I didn't say I was a disabled veteran because of the military. I said I'm disabled and a veteran.
Yeah, no, that's not what he said.
It's like, no, that's not what you said at all. But I mean, this is the thing that he also doesn't realize with the whole stolen valor thing is that even if you have served, You know, even if you served and you did all this other crap, but it doesn't matter if you go and represent yourself as in a different rank, like a higher rank than
medals,
what you are, or medals that you didn't earn. Like it doesn't matter if you have 25 years or 25 minutes of service. Like that's still fucking stolen valor.
Yeah.
And that's completely what he does. You know, when he talks about the fucking civilian work and the shit that he did and like all this other crap, like all the fucking little, fake stories he has from boot camp. Yeah, like all that stuff, that's all stolen valor still.
The Delta Devils.
Yeah. And then the other one he tried to redefine was when he describes under honorable conditions.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Because he tries to describe it as being that his discharge falls under the umbrella of an honorable discharge. No, under honorable conditions means you are beneath honorable conditions.
Yeah.
And the fucking realness code too, like the with the
it's RA3.
Yeah, the RA3.
Well, yeah, like
he called it RH3.
But then he's also come back and like because I can't remember what it was like what the other code is that he had there, but it was for essentially he was kicked out for fucking poor performance.
That's his separation code is JHJ.
Yeah, and he's gone on and it's varied to the codes have changed. They don't mean the same thing as they did when he got out, which is a fucking lie. He said that because he was going in civilian capacity, they could have fucking put anything in there. They could have put 3, 000. It doesn't matter because he was getting up for civilian work. Like that's not how this shit works.
No.
And the most amazing thing about these guys, like all these fucking idiots online, and this is the part that just kind of fascinates me, but I've kind of come to terms with just, sadly enough, just recently, is that one of the reasons why they do this shit is because they have this problem where they think when you're stupid, you think that everybody out there is as stupid as you. So that's why these lies, like, because I for a time I was kind of insulted. Like I was like, who does this fucker think he is? Does he actually think that people believe this shit?
I think
yes, he does because he's stupid, and stupid people think that everybody else is just like them.
Well, Wilson, you realize what the number 2 written next to his under honorable conditions means, right?
I do not.
A 2 written by hand means it's an upgrade upwards. A 1 is an upgrade downwards.
Oh.
So it was initially dishonorable, upgraded to under honorable.
Wow, I've never actually heard that before.
That's true. That's what the 2 refers to.
That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the number 2 written right there in that box means it was upgraded upwards.
But like during the Vaughn video, there's a new addition to his story where it's the 2 staff sergeants that they didn't like him because he was leapfrogging over them.
Yeah,
it's called chain of command.
The staff sergeant, even if his story were true, the staff sergeants would not have been privy to that.
Yeah.
But according to him, they were the ones that were writing out the DD-214, so they just put the JHJ and the RE3 there to fuck with him.
Yeah. He thinks staff sergeants write out DD-214.
And
expect us to believe that.
The man thinks he's the fucking Punisher.
He thinks Trump missed every 3,000 million votes.
Look, Todd, I know you played tuba in the Air Force and stuff. Yeah. I'm not disparaging that. If you can get that gig, goddamn. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if you're a private and you're in your first sergeant's office, or if you're in I was in your artillery chief of firing battery's office, which would have been in an E7, or the battery commander, the captain's office. Chances are it wasn't good for you, right? They weren't there to just have a fucking conversation with you. Chances are you were getting your ass kicked or your ass reamed. Some people were calling you some horrible fucking things. I've had it happen. I think anybody that's ever been in the Army or the military has ever gotten in a little bit of fucking trouble every once in a while and stuff, and may have done some things at times and stuff. They've had their asses. I mean, I've been called by people. I've had to I've been called some horrible shit in my life, folks. I've been told I do horrible things to myself. sexually and do other things, you know. And I was like, kind of like looking at him and just shaking my head, going, "Yeah, you're right." You know, because it's God, they're not in there having what kind of civilian capacity he's interested in, maybe the FBI. Well, look, we got a brochure here for the CIA if you want to check those boys out, and maybe you want to,
wait a minute.
you know.
Are you telling me that you don't walk into your captain's office and refer to him as "Hey Cap"?
Hey, Cap, that's right.
If you want your ass kicked, you do.
Yeah, you do. The biggest takeaway in that whole video was when he said, if this was World War II, I'd immediately been inducted into the OSS. So right there, he was saying that when they stamped his DD-214, RE3, and JHJ, they said, hey, you want to go to work for the CIA? Because the OSS was the predecessor of the CIA.
Yeah.
Right.
And he knows that. So that's exactly what he was saying. Yeah. So he worked for the CIA, apparently.
You would think there'd be an easy way to find out what he was up to right after he got kicked out. Some kind of newspaper clip.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
you know what? There is.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Todd, you want to know where he lived? I can give you his address.
I'm just saying to refute the story. That should be easy.
For about 20 years, I can tell you exactly every address he lived at. It's called the phone directory.
That's
the same one.
Snyder, pretty much that's common knowledge by now. You know what I mean?
Now there was one part of that story that I do think is correct, like accurate, but it's the way he's telling it. He is trying to put a spin on it, where it's the story of like him sitting in his tank, reading the manual, and his lieutenant like opens the hatch and says, "Private Helton, what are you doing?"
Yeah,
I'm
willing to bet that was not the tone the lieutenant used.
What the fuck are you doing in here?
Oh, it's
the
LT.
Both boot camp and AIT. Look, your NCO of the day, if it's a downtime and you're not training, knows exactly where your ass is 24/7. And it's not sitting in a tank.
Yep.
It's either on your rack, it's in class, all right? You're either cleaning some shit, or you're in the chow hall, or you're on the obstacle course, or you're out there marching.
Yep.
That's your whole training life, and you all know that.
He was too busy being a crack shot with a grease gun.
You know, there's no newspaper articles about Von Helton when he first got out, when he was the Punisher. But you know what there are newspaper articles about?
Tell me.
His wife getting violently raped by a black man on a bus that Father Judgement did nothing to stop.
Yeah.
How would Father Judgement have known about it to stop it?
Father Judgement, Snyder, would you like to tell that?
I
need to watch your video.
Oh,
well,
dude.
no, see, Father Judgement.
Let me warn you, Todd. The videos I've been putting out lately are there's a bit parodying, okay, but the story is true. Pretty much just like everything with Von Helton. You know, my stories are true, and I throw a little dramatics in there because, you know, for years Father Judgement was a drunken, raging lunatic. That was me. That's who I used to be. I'd fire up a camera and I'd rage for like 15 minutes, and most of it would be political bullshit. But I've gotten to the point in my life, I don't give a shit. If it doesn't happen inside my door, I don't care. You know?
That's true. But anyway, see, he's trying to suck up right now because the truth is, and you saw that picture, you know, before the stream started. It's a picture of Father Judgement in the delivery room in the corner while Andrea was having the baby, right?
Yeah.
He cut her oxygen.
Wearing the doctor's robe. He's got the stethoscope. And
he cut her oxygen off, right? So right there's proof. And then Father Judgement was also he was the assistant janitor supervisor for the local Ku Klux Klan franchise at a strip mall. And somehow there was a teletype on the word processor machine or a fax or something.
Mimeograph.
The mimeograph that Von's ex-wife was leaving him the first time or coming back. I forget. Anyway, she was going to be on a bus. So they contacted somehow a group of black people, right, to ride the Greyhound bus system until they found Andrea and then violently rape her on the bus. And, you know, Father Judgement knew what was going on. He could have stopped it the entire time, but he didn't. He could have had a protest. He could have sent thousands of people up there to protest, but he did nothing. He did nothing to stop it. That's why Von's angry. That's pretty close.
It's called.
He's got the detective card.
Yeah, he's got a detective's card.
It's called It's called rentablackguy.com.
Yeah.
Okay, if you just but anyways, so Von Helton went on for, I don't know, the story literally through the years has changed. Originally, it was that myself, Secular Opinion, Pollard Customs, Kenny KPZ, the whole cast of characters, we conspired 2 weeks in advance to his wife, randomly, just in a 24-hour period, deciding I'm going to carry my crazy ass back to the hills of Kentucky. All right. That we conspired 2 weeks prior to have his wife raped on the bus, to the point that we all conspired in a secret Skype call to send him an email warning him.
Yeah. They told him, we're going to have your wife raped on the bus.
So wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish.
I know. Yeah. Wheels on the bus, I get that thought. I do the same thing. God damn it.
The wives on the bus go rape, rape, rape.
I'm sorry, Wilson. I didn't mean to catch up.
But
that's the whole story.
Yeah.
This was something that got brought up last night. I think I figured out who G-Man thought I was when I went on cam on his stream, because he accused me of being the person that went on Emo's stream and was trying to be all buddy with him. First of all, I've not been on fucking Emo stream in like 6 months. I'm still fucking blocked. I think G-Man thought I was Paulie.
Huh.
Just because the gray and the beard.
You're both white. I think that's the beard too, but I think you're both white, and then
Paulie's got a goatee. You got a full-on blow Grizzly Adams fucking shit going there, son.
I've never seen Wilson on camera.
I know, and that's what gets me, He'll go on camera for G-Man, and he came on briefly like that, but other than that, he doesn't, he's exposed. I get it. Snyder, he actually, and then Sokka, he's just got the mustache that, we all wish we had and stuff. And we're just all jealous and stuff. But Wilson, come on, dude.
Hey, look, hey. All you got to do.
I know, Sokka, I got to tell you, man, I hate you for that mustache.
Wait a minute. Look. All you got to do is look at yourself in the mirror and then look at Von Helton on the phone and go, thank God I'm not that poor bastard with his goat scrotum hairs dangling from his chin that he calls a beard.
It's a handlebar, man. A sexual thing.
That was the best one. Just like, it's a handlebar, something for something for them to grab onto. It's like, yeah, generally the joke is it's something for someone to grab onto when you're blowing them, Vaughn. I'm not sure if you know that part.
Yeah, they're grabbing onto you like, no, you ain't going nowhere, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, bitch handles, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. But Emo's live again. Jesus. God damn. I
thought his channel got shut down.
No, he got a strike. He can't monetize or some shit, or he can't live stream, because, he got flagged too, apparently. So he knows what it's like now.
Speaking of that, his fucking walk home from the doctor, good fucking job, Emo. Way to not only dox yourself, but you doxed your fucking doctor.
He's stupid. Look, like I said, he might have a bit of autism or whatever the fuck somewhere on this scale. But in the grand scheme of things, he's just stupid. He's just dumb. He's one of these people that you can beat him with as many bricks as you want. You can explain things to him over. You can do what, and there's nothing that anyone can do to persuade him not to act like he does, because he doesn't know how to act.
You expected it to be.
What was that?
Was it everything you expected it to be?
What?
I'm on camera.
Oh.
Hello.
You have a very old beard, but a very young face.
Interesting.
Yeah.
On that point, I would like to give a very special thank you to Cheeky Chica for being the one and only person in the chat to say happy fucking birthday.
Happy birthday, Wilson.
Oh yeah, happy
I
birthday.
just-
fucker.
I couldn't say it without making fun of you, and I didn't want to go to jail.
I know. You might look like you're not quite of age.
Hey, I said happy birthday to you when I scrolled back like 40 minutes later and I saw her tell you.
Nah, it doesn't count.
I thought
Oh,
it was your
he
birthday
just
like
wants
I thought it was like your
attention,
birthday like
bro.
3 days ago or 4 days ago. I thought we missed it.
You get a
Yeah,
pass.
weren't people saying happy birthday to you the other day?
Brand did.
Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah, a few people did. Yeah, I remember I did too.
I
it
hope
was
that
on
Jerry
the
didn't. Yeah, I hope Jerry didn't wish me happy birthday. He's too busy spending money on fucking racing chairs.
And
I know.
sweeping
Hey.
the floor. And sweeping the floor.
Jerry wants his dad to have the best racing chair possible for when he does videos.
And the
Talking
best
about how
diecast
to
racing
break.
channel.
Hey, does he actually make the diecast racing videos anymore?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
No, I
I
think-
think the channel or something.
Dude,
Yeah,
Sop, you bring up a good point because about 3 weeks ago, he made a comment and it was like split second thought of I don't want to say that shit. Well, it was something in reference to that's what happened to all the diecast racing cars. And it was just that one split second that, like a dog when they hear that sound, you cock that head. I was like, okay, there's something. What happened to the gravy dome, Vaughn? Did you have to sell it? You have to, but that would require actually going to the post office and mailing a package. So that we know that's a load of shit.
Yeah, I want to say like his BitTube TV account is basically just a platform to promote his BitChute and his Facebook.
Yeah.
It's a lovely handcrafted diorama.
I know, I saw that, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I like the original ones. I'll keep using those in my videos, because those are the original, the ones now, it's like, fuck, man. I like the old one.
Hey, I still feel for the 64 scale hookers just sitting there on that diorama, waiting outside the outhouses for customers that are never going to come.
I know.
I still feel for all of us who are in 1/64 scale hell cell.
I know. What are we going to get out?
The food ain't bad over here. My cousin's the warden. We get shit sent in.
I mean, Sokka's not in that hell cell. He's got his own punishment. There's a Sokka mod for Skyrim.
Yeah, he just kills me over and over again in Skyrim or something.
No, you're his follower, and then you get ordered to do things.
I get killed, Wilson.
No. Death by horsecock, maybe.
Oh, Jesus.
No, that would be swallowed up by horse vagina.
Yeah.
Hey, they're adult mods. Everybody does them, man. It's like,
That's right.
I've watched some weird shit in my life. I think a lot of things are funny that some people don't. I find humor and sometimes, even just watching something, I go, God, that's, but there is no time in my life. I mean, there's even those videos from South America that I think Vice TV did, some other like other channel type things did these exposés about donkey fuckers in like Guatemala. That's how they learn how to fuck. And I'm serious. It's a thing. And that's when I first realized that Jesus, people really do fuck donkeys and horses and shit. Well, I have seen the dog show in Juarez, Mexico one time. So,
bro, you know I grew up 12 miles from the Mexican border.
Yeah,
My whole life. All right. So there were plenty of trips to Tijuana and that Lolita and the Donkey show.
Yep.
Back in the early 80s. Oh my God. Yeah.
She was that was around. God damn, that was one of the most disturbing. Yet it's like, what the fuck?
Hey, all of Tijuana in the late 80s, early 90s, it was so off the hook that you risked your life going there. But the fun was so amazing, and it was so dirt fucking cheap. And the shit you could sneak back across the border, on a Friday night, that border was packing. It was crawling. It was like cockroaches through a roach hotel.
See, when I was a kid, when my father was in the Navy, we used to go down, or when we lived in Long Beach and then in San Diego, we used to go like to Tijuana, and we would like go to the shops and get stuff really cheap, like shopping more. It wasn't like, and you could get fireworks like really cheap, and that was pretty much. I mean, so I was.
Look, fireworks, switchblades, and oranges, man. Oranges were the thing. The biggest.
Oh, you can get oranges down and off the fucking 205 at it, or shit.
The 405, yeah. But look,
those big fucking shopping carts. These guys have these big bags of oranges selling.
Man, the navel oranges, you could buy like a 20-pound bag for $5.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sweetest, most amazing oranges there were.
Entrepreneurial people, yes. And when I was a kid, we weren't racist because my father was in the Navy, and we had a Mexican family that lived next to us. We had black people that lived across the street, and there were Filipinos and stuff. And my mother's this is what my mother was. She said, there's no way we can be racist because Shirley Cezanne is my best friend. And Shirley Cezanne was just really nice white lady at the church. And she goes, there's no way I can ever be a racist. She goes, I'm not prejudiced. She goes, Shirley Cezanne is my best friend. She would tell that to like literally everybody. And even as a kid, I'm sitting there going,
trigger warning.
Yeah, it doesn't really. Yeah, kind of like you're not really quite sure, but you're like, Mom, I think that's not pretty.
Yeah, hey, but remember, you can't be racist if you have black Skyrim girlfriends. You can't be racist if you're 174% Cherokee Indian. All right, and look, hey, you need to suck his big red dick, brother. I need to step downstairs to the social club for a minute. I'll be right back.
You go right back. You go right ahead. And folks, just remember with that Vietnamese girlfriend diplomat who is having troubles getting her passport arrived, she's going to have 5 to 7 Vietnamese army people protecting, Castle Stinky. And so when the frosts come across the property, it's going to be like literally property of Vietnam.
It'll be consulate Stinky now. Yeah, I still think that he has to have fabricated that in his own fucking head. I cannot believe for a fucking second he's dumb enough to be catfished again.
Yeah, I honestly, I really don't think. To me, I think he saw, like I said, there was that picture of those 2 chicks on a motorcycle that day, and he was like gazing at that, and he probably thought into his head, "Hey, I've never fucked an Asian Skyrim chick before," and I think a lot of it's probably because remember, that's the only type he's never had. He's dated all the rest, I mean, fuck, why wouldn't he have an Asian chick now, in Vietnamese consulate, diplomat, 20 years old, fuck.
In Kentucky?
In Kentucky.
Yeah.
The way he describes like the diplomatic uniform, I'm pretty sure he calls it a waifu uniform. I'm pretty sure I'm not entirely sure what waifu means, but I think it's like some sort of like sexual connotation.
I'm sure.
Yeah. When Bozo went to Mexico City, he was in a taxi that was stuck in traffic from the airport. He saw a midget humping a whore on the sidewalk. I knew I was in Mexico. I've
It's like when I was in Manzanillo, and it was just like There was a daycare literally right next to a fucking strip club. This is like, oh, that's cool. You don't have to go far to drop your kids off.
Yeah.
And it was probably right below a dentist on the second floor.
God, I remember I was in the main train station, the Bahnhof in Frankfurt. And I just remember this one time, me and a buddy were getting off the train, we're going into Frankfurt, probably around payday. And we saw this guy just walking around and nobody was, this guy just had his dick out. He was just walking around and he had just had his dick out and nobody, I'm like, well, we're not in America. Was he wearing
a diaper?
No, it was, it was just, he wasn't.
Was he waving it around?
No, but you could tell it was prominently, it was, and because you could tell from a distance, that this guy had,
from a distance.
It sounds like Mardi Gras, 1982.
Yeah, and it was just
remember of it.
I was like, wow, this guy wouldn't get down the street, in my neighborhood, I mean, somebody would say something, I mean, people just walking like, it looked like a homeless guy or something, I'm sure, but I don't know. I wasn't trying to judge him, I mean, if he wants to have his dick out, I mean, fuck. Some people do it now and they scream shit, I mean. Oh, fuck me.
82. That's a pretty common year, 1982. A lot of shit happened in 1982.
That's true.
Von Helton got out of high school and immediately went into the CIA. And within 4 months, his scrawny 105-pound soaking wet body that would blow over in a strong gust of wind was transformed into the Punisher. Only 3 years later, he was back to that 105-pound scrawny, wet, fucking sack of potato.
Welcome to the humble commode.
Yeah, but see,
humble commode. Irv the Ninja.
But see, that was
Scorpion.
That was his cover. That was his cover. Who would expect some 105, 110-pound spindly little fucker to be some sort of, whirling ninja master? I mean, he could come out of nowhere. Who would expect it?
I mean, all the best ninjas are trained in Hamilton, Ohio.
Yeah,
Mr. Green's
that's
dojo.
That's where the fucking turtles were trained.
But remember, in that video, the Punisher was wishing his wife would let him buy an SKS assault rifle.
Yeah. No, he said, "Oh, was that old lady? Did that mean mother or wife?" Because I've heard.
No, it was. Yeah, that was when he was with Pamela.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's one I would like to see an interview with.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Like I want to let like she just needs to. She did her time. I know. She did. Excuse me, Wilson. She did her 2 months and 14 days. That's how long the marriage lasted. Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
He said I know she stopped touching him, and being a wife.
Like I know that Doc Zayas had been asking for like the information of like the illegitimate son in North Dakota. No, like leave that alone.
Yeah.
I have all of that information and I'll never release it to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, Von Helton Jr. thing was funny for a while. And then that guy got just as weird as Stinky, but
yeah, he was just a troll. I mean,
but yeah, his ex-wife and his kid, I mean, god damn, I mean, he truly did lose 2 sons. That is a true story. But can you imagine
Luciferian Satanist, man?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the oh, thank you, Wilson. That's the sad fucking part. I've lost a child, all right, and it took a piece of my heart with me, and never. I mean, this is the first and only and every time I will ever mention that on the internet. But that man lost 2 children. One was stillborn. One lasted a few days. All right, and to use that on the internet. I mean,
that my kid.
that might have been the first domino to fall. You don't know. I mean, that might have shattered his reality.
Oh, no, that was gone. He never developed reality, my friend.
Can you imagine the shame, right? I mean, his ex, and I'm not talking ill about his ex-wife, Pamela, because I don't think anybody really knows much of anything about her, but can you imagine, somebody, if she did come out, she'd be like, I mean, no matter what she said, you still like, you're going, oh my God, she actually fucked Von Helton. You know what I mean? Not that, I don't know.
Hey, might be, Pamela, it was the whole big hair era. And I have a picture of them sitting side by side on a couch. It's a common picture. Some people have seen it. And it's he and her sitting side by side. It was the big era, like, whatever. And he pretty much, it was kind of like his senior year school book picture with the big fluffy hair. Yeah. He kind of toned it down in the whole Irv the Ninja video. It was like right in the middle of that, And, it was Pamela like a fucking Mormon. It looked like a Mormon couple in a prearranged marriage. I don't know. He had a clip-on tie with a striped short sleeve fucking. Walmart wasn't around back then, but I don't know, some kind of shirt, And she was
JJ Newberry's.
Hey, she wasn't bad looking. She really wasn't.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you place her?
5, maybe on a drunk night, and she was the girl next door, a 7. All right.
Oh, okay.
Would that put her above Andrea?
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, because I mean, Andrea, she wasn't a fucking looker. I mean, she looked fucking gone.
Andrea had like a cute little stage for about 2 weeks. She got her hair cut. It was before she went nuts so fucking crazy and lost all the weight and gained. Anyway,
Sucking my helmet in the face.
She just looked like a child. I mean, even without looking at her, she didn't look
child.
No, I know. I get that. But even without, I mean, seeing look, my wife is 17 years younger than I am. Okay.
Good for you.
But Grampy the fucking cradle robber over here.
But the whole, but we don't. But we can walk down the street and people don't go, "Oh, is that your daughter?" You know what I mean? Andrea looked like she was 13 or 14.
Dude,
I mean, not that my wife looks, she doesn't like an old person, but she looked like, and Vaughn, like I said, I'm not, I'm aging, we all age and like that, but Vaughn, God, when I first saw Vaughn, I thought he was a lot older than some of you guys. I was like, God, this guy, they're picking on this really old guy, some lonely old, I thought he was like 60 or 70, like 10 years ago, when I first started watching him. That's why the whole creep factor thing came in with me, because I was like, God, she looks like a child. And then turns out she acted like a child. And, it's like, ugh.
Dude, do you know how many times people have come into live news streams, whether it be blog TV or way back in the stick cam days, when she first came to him, stick cam was just shutting down.
Right.
I mean, it was on its way out. Blog TV was the new, God, I miss blog TV. But anyways, blog TV was the newest, greatest thing. And that was when the romance blossomed, pretty much. I mean, that's where we got to see all their 16-hour, 18, 21-hour live streams, of their home.
That's when they did take some shifts.
Yeah. It's that dreaded third shift. But yet, then the next day, screaming rage, you have no idea what's going on in our home. Bitch, we said, I went to sleep, you were online. I woke up, you were online. I went to work, you were online. I came home, you were online. I mean, motherfucker, what?
I liked it when he first started getting, when when people first started like responding to him, he still acted like because the one that he talked to, he mentioned Captain Osimo. He was making it sound like he was some kind of educated, I don't know, just and then the internet really blew up, and it was like Camelot. You're right.
Yeah,
But yeah, until people see, he was having a good time until like it was easier for people to get access to him, to actually talk to him or correspond with. Yeah.
Look, back in the old days when it was, I mean, hey, I'll confess right now, I'm a huge Coast to Coast fan with the original old Art Bell.
Oh, the radio show.
Yeah, I used to work security at nights. I mean, I've got a ton of night jobs, and at night, that's the only fucking thing to listen to on the radio that keeps you awake.
Yeah.
All right. And even if there, every once in a while, there'd be like some guest on there, you'd be like, that's kind of interesting. But then 90% of the time, it was laughing at the dumb idiots calling in at 3 o'clock. Hey, Art. Hey, Art. I've been driving my semi for 18 hours straight, yeah.
Can you give my Emma Lou a shout out?
Yeah, can you give my... But anyways, it was something that kept... So back in the old days of the underground reptilian bases with 19-foot reptilian, that was the fun part, And I mean, it was just a progression throughout all the years, But hey, brother, man, hey, I love you, man. And I just want to give you a warning. Because I know you're going to roll right over there, too. Secular's bouncing in like 14 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, hey, man, I'm tickled fucking pink. You love the cannolis. Next time, I'm going to, look, I've already talked to the owner of Neary's through my son-in-law. He said, if I want to send cannolis, and this offer is going out to several friends that are probably watching, I can ship them straight from the bakery. All right. And it's guaranteed overnight. All right. It's already packaged from the bakery, guaranteed fresh. So,
and they're good because I'm already out of cannolis.
My friend, your birthday's coming up. You got another package coming. All right.
Now, Schneider, can you ship Grampy Lobster some authentic like chicken Alfredo so he can do the mukbang the same way that Shane did? Look like fucking Cthulhu.
You know what I can do? I can go down to Arthur Avenue in the Bronx, which is 5 minutes from where I can work, and I can get all the fresh ingredients to make homemade Alfredo. But that would require
the
making Alfredo isn't that tough.
Yeah, you just get the envelope and you put some water in it, you stir it up,
exactly,
you throw it in the microwave.
Yeah, exactly.
You nuke it for 10 minutes.
My Alfredo, that cheese was just made fresh that morning.
Look, the whole thing with Shanny spending that much money on that type of food, okay? It's because if you go into a restaurant and you eat like that, people are going to look at you. People are going to ask you not to come back. People are going to laugh at you. And the fact that you have manners, the fact that that's how you act when you eat, I mean, we saw them when they were at Dave & Buster's. I mean, I can just imagine the wait staff. I can just imagine the questions that Shanny will ask people sometimes when she tries to order something, trying to act like she knows what the fuck she's talking about.
Like I get what she's trying to do. Like she's trying to do like the over the top mukbang, like fucking Nika, whatever the fuck his name is, because that dude is.
He's got a following. He's got a fucking niche. He's got a fucking shtick. He's got a personality. Shanny and Rev try to copy other people's personalities, other people's shticks, the way people do it, things they say, from, Rev being the individual Brett Keane bullshit to
fucking Arthur Morgan.
Yeah, Arthur Morgan to just and now he did his mukbang. I watched part of his Denny's mukbang.
What?
On his, that was, have you seen it?
He did a mukbang of Denny's.
Yeah, he's his name is let me see. I've got this.
It's something avocado.
I've got the. Let's see. No, that's Nick. Nick Bravo. Okay, that's Nick Bravo. Where is the
Wait a
Oh,
minute. I thought these people were trying to get away from YouTube drama. What, they got like 18 fucking accounts now?
Well, they're on Twitch now, and they
Oh,
they
so
might not have
they're adding to their drama portfolio.
Shani
Well-
was reading a book. It was like, I mean, it's like, what the fuck? They're trying to grab.
From what I've seen, Shani might not have a Twitch much longer because good fucking gravy, bitch. You can't just sit there and fucking bob up and down with your fucking pancake tits, barely getting hold up by fucking bra, and claim ASMR on Twitch. Twitch, they don't fuck around. You can't fucking cleavage stream on Twitch.
Wow.
Oh, she was. Okay.
She's being gross. She's being gross. For 3 hours, she sat there on her fat ass on a bed, fucking kind of gyrating back and forth, pretending it was dancing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And like in a fucking bra with her fucking like asymmetrical tits fucking hanging out. Like, it's fucking weird, man.
Yeah,
But like Sake, like the one screen cap I'm talking about, like where she's got a fucking mouthful of noodles and they are just dangling over her fucking chin. She looks like fucking Cthulhu, like rising out of the ocean.
Well, I think that what it is that like somewhere along the lines, you know, like she realized that there's like a group of people out there that get off to fucking watching fat girls eat. And she was like, hey, I'm a fat girl. This is a great market. I should get into this. And yeah, it's just, unfortunately, I mean, she's just disgusting. Like, that's the thing is like when the sexier she tries to be, the more disgusting she is. Like, and I don't think she realizes that. Like at that level, I mean, like you could be a fucking pretty attractive woman. Have you ever like been with an attractive woman, but she was fucking just drunk? And she was trying to do that, like that thing where, like, you know, like they're trying to be overly sexy when they're intoxicated, and they just come off as just fucking desperate and pathetic.
Yeah.
And it's just like, listen, like that's.
Hey, those are the ones you swoop into normally around closing.
Oh yeah,
time.
absolutely. I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying, but they get a certain kind of repulsion from them, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
sadly, far too many times I've been with the ugly ones that I was drunk and I thought they were pretty.
Hey, yeah.
I'm not going to say that someone should buy fucking Vaughn that same dish and see him attempt that, because at least Shani has some teeth left. I would like to see Vaughn try to inhale the fucking noodles because he can't chew them.
I want Von Helden to take you up in your Captain Crunch challenge.
Yes. I got
Still
100.
stands.
Hey, my offer still stands. I'll double it, man.
I want to see him eat lettuce.
It's got to be Von Helton. It's got to be Captain Crunch. I'm doubling Wilson's offer right now.
Hey, so you guys haven't seen Jason Avocado's Denny's breakfast mukbang?
I saw the fishbone one.
Oh, well.
Which, I mean, fishbone, that's not fucking fancy. It's like an Applebee's.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, the best seafood dish he's ever had in Colorado. But I guess not everybody can live, you know, near the ocean, you know. But anyway, so this is I haven't actually watched this. I watched part of it silently when I was doing something else with no sound. But this promises, folks, to be just as stupid, I'm not gonna lie, as the bonefish. Please enjoy. There he is. He went to Denny's. He's got his chest tapes or something. And
okay, I'm not saying that someone should take this fucking picture and Photoshop the Burger King paper crown on his head, because he looks so fucking proud.
Wait a minute, that's Rev? That's what.
Yeah.
I did a big boy today.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, he's got that pissy green pukey, whatever the fuck. It's like
that hair glows under fucking ultraviolet light, man. There's a picture. He put a picture on Instagram with it was fucked up, man.
I thought it was some ugly chick in Omaha.
That's the color of paint they have in the clearance section that nobody fucking ever bought, and they're trying to sell it for like $5 a gallon. You know?
Is he trying to get as fat as Shani?
I don't know.
Look at
Well,
him.
he's got them hips.
What kills me about Rev is there are few instances where I can legitimately like take a real life person and then directly connect them to a fucking Simpsons character. Rev is Ralph Wiggum.
Yeah. Hey, well, listen, we got what, 6 minutes?
6 minutes
until secular, and then he usually plays that music for a few minutes. So let's you know what, folks, we're gonna speed this up a little bit because we already know it's gonna be stupid as fuck and cringy. But let's watch Rev eat breakfast.
Oh my goodness! Wow! Yay! Hi, it's Jason Avocados. I have to get used to the intro thing again. I used to have one for Revelation News that was like as soon as I hit record, it's like boom.
God,
for me, it's like, okay, hi, I'm Jason Avocados. Yay! This is a mukbang channel. If you like eating shows and food and watching people eat food, then this is the channel for you. Today, I have wonderful. Oh, look at this! It's still hot and steamy. It's Denny's. Yay, Denny's. I love Denny's. They're one of my favorite restaurants, actually. In terms of the restaurants where you go and it's like your family and you sit down at a booth and it's not too much money at all, I like that. So
That is the saddest Superman fucking muscle shirt I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's all creamers and all kinds
It's not too much money.
All right. I'll just do it that way. That's fine. I mean, I got room here, so I got room to spare. I always take extra straws and save them because I have my special metal straw in here. And I'm going to tell you, I've been having the worst dry mouth in my history of my life. And I know people like to make fun of me for the split lip, but it's really not something to be made fun of.
He does watch me.
The Gathering. I love the card game, Wizards of the Coast. I love them. They're apparently now owned by Blizzard, so whatever. I still say Wizards of the Coast, okay? I love to get sponsored, but anyway.
He's looking for a sponsor.
Magic the Gathering that for their food.
He's wanting to get sponsored by Wizards of the Coast.
Or Denny's. Or Bonefish Grill. Or, he's well on his way, folks.
Hey, we have what? We have toast. Yay, I love toast. Yummy toast. Toasty roast.
Oh, wow.
Toasty roast.
All right. I got a fork. You gotta have a fork, I guess, man. Oh, here we go. Here's the perfection of it all. Oh, they gave me one creamer here. Well, there's lots of creamers there, Jay.
Jesus.
So I am gonna put some creamers in the coffee.
What the fuck?
I like
my God.
Like with Cafe Bucello coffee or something like that. You know what I mean? It's got to have something to it for me to drink it black. And this is diner coffee, but I got to have a little something here. I'm gonna put one.
Yeah, apparently he's looking like he wants it black. Black, long, hard, and thick.
No, he's got to make that coffee as white as possible.
Yeah, no shit.
If he drinks it black, it'll be on welfare.
Yeah, ordering lobster.
Which is fine.
Oh, God.
I'm cool with that. I need to be sugar-free. Not like that. I'll take 2 creams and I'll take 3 sugars in my coffee. Why not?
Seriously, is this how he looks right now?
Like an adult. In the packets. It's a Denny's packet. Oh my God! Look at that.
This was done yesterday.
Are they making porn videos or some shit? What the fuck?
Sorry for the custom. I apologize for that. I really think I'm getting better at custom. I think I am. All right. Now here's the pièce de résistance, and that is the breakfast. Here it is, guys. Are you for real? Wow. I'm for real. We got
pancakes.
Is this all the food they gave me? I was supposed to get hash browns and potatoes. They stole my food, folks. Yeah, that's all I got. So all I got is pancakes. I was supposed to have a bunch of potatoes to eat, but I don't have that because they didn't give it to me. Or is it under it? Oh my God, folks, I lied. There's a tray.
That's because you're a fucking idiot, Rev.
You got 2.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
With potatoes and hash browns. My God, that's perfection. That's what I was looking for. I'm sorry.
How many restaurants did he order from?
I almost got you in trouble.
Denny's.
Yeah, he wants a sponsorship, and the first thing he's like, "Oh, they stole it from me. They ripped me off."
Are you serious? This is a video for requesting sponsorship from Denny's?
Or that card game or whatever the fuck it was. Oh yeah, he's looking for anything.
Man, a truck driver drunk wouldn't even fuck that. I mean, Jesus Christ. Dude, he's turning into Shanny. What the fuck?
So Sokka, if you had to like roll up a character to beat Rev in D&D, what would it be?
Oh, okay. Well, geez, I would go for a fucking. It would probably be a cleric, definitely a cleric, but optimized terribly. Like, you know, like first off, nothing in charisma, wisdom, or intelligence, or stealth.
I'm saying like
I probably wouldn't put anything in dexterity. Is it possible just not to take points?
No, wait a minute. No, he would be the little piss boy at the tavern, dumping the buckets, all right, from the holes at the back of the tavern.
Well, that's not D&D.
No, that is D&D. Look, when you as a D&D character walk into a tavern and you go back there to the piss hole, who the fuck do you think empties them buckets below that piss hole?
Well, I don't know what class that would be.
That's an NPC, right? And that would be Rev, right there.
Oh,
Rev is the ultimate NPC. That little fucking freak on Fallout 4 that walks up to you, you know.
That's a valid point.
Thank you. Now continue.
But I would say that he would be a cleric. I would say that he min-maxed Constitution because of his drinking habits. Wisdom done, intelligence done, strength done, dexterity maybe because he does like to throw things.
I couldn't dodge a fucking shanty punch.
I'm telling you, he's an NPC. He's a pussy ass boy. I swear. I think, look, with the golden fucking yellow neon, it's like some fucking White Snake video from the fucking 80s. There's some ugly ass bitch in the background. What the fuck?
I think this is more entertaining to watch it like this than listen to him fucking talk. They're like, we're in double
anyways.
Oh my god. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Man, this is a order of hash brown close, and you get 2 huge cakes of hash browns. Oh god.
Like I'm not much on these mukbang channels or these eating things. Like I don't really get that. I think I don't either. Like my appreciation for like this shit can go as far as like, you know, like every once in a while, like my wife does the Instagram thing, and she'll like somebody will like post a picture of some food that looks really good, and I can appreciate that. You know, it's like, oh hey, that looks delicious, whatever. But I wouldn't sit there and just watch somebody eat. But some of the channels that do this mukbang stuff that like people have like kind of linked or put out there, like they have like this production value. You know, they have like with the cameras, like the way it's set up, the lighting's good. And it's always good food too. Like it's actually shit that like, you know, that does kind of look good. Like this is just some pathetic fucking like adult child like sitting in bed eating fucking Denny's. Yeah. Like who the fuck is gonna watch this and be like, yes, this is the content I want more of.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. No, I mean, look, even the ones that like when Burger King or KFC or some of these places comes out with a new sandwich or a new wrap or something, you know, you see these videos where people try it. You know, I can understand those two to an extent for people that are looking for people to, you know, hey, what do people, I don't know. But this whole just watching people eat for no reason and then like, I mean, the way he describes his toast, I mean, when he was eating the bread and the fucking olive oil with herbage the other day, I mean.
You know what? Hey, fuck a mukbang. Hey, Grampy, we're about to start losing viewers real fast.
I know.
I love you, man. Hey, Cotton, all right? Hey, Sokka Wilson, it's always great to hang out with you guys.
Always good, man. Always good.
Always a privilege and a pleasure.
Always. Remember, forget about it.
Yeah. Denny's isn't very bougie either, you know. Fuck.
Well, I mean, he's only going to spend those bougie dollars on the fucking land mammoth.
Well, the way he was talking about like a $50 taco or a $30 taco, or it's like, fuck, that's your fault. If you're going to spend that much money on an enchilada or a taco because it's got fucking
jackfruit.
Yeah.
My understanding of jackfruit is that's Endorian.
I don't even know what that is. I mean, I know what jackfruit is, kind of. I've never had it. I've heard it's, you know, kind of like people try to call it a meat substitute. Or
my understanding is that jackfruit, it smells like rotten onions, and orangutans apparently fucking love them.
All right. Okay, I'm taking off. Have a good. Thanks again
for popping in, man. Oh shit. Yeah, come in late, Robbie. That's what you get, man. Fuck. But anyway, yeah, I guess Weirdo Wonderland's gonna be starting up. You know, I wanted to get my mukbang in before this thing started and everything. And Wilson, thanks for popping in. I appreciate it.
I do what I can. Thanks for having me, sir.
Well, thanks for popping in. So
you don't look a day over 40 right now.
I wish I felt like that. Oh, to be 40 again, you know. But then when you're 40, you go, yeah, I wish I was 30 again. I wish I was 20 again, you know. Hey, you do with what you got, you know, when you have it, you know.
I miss having hair.
I'm sorry. If there was something I could do, I would. But,
just keep on rocking the hair. Rock it for me. Rock it for me, Lobster.
I try my best, sir. But anyway, I'm going to eat my fucking Whopper now because it's really screaming at me because I ran out of the... Man, those cannolis were... Oh, my God. Usually, if I get like a big cannoli or something like this, we got Wright's Dairy Farm. They got really good cannolis, but they're really sweet and rich and decadent. You eat one of them, and you're like, first thing you're like, oh, I need a Tums.
Yeah.
I ate those, and sure, I'm probably gonna have a little bit of stomach issues later, but nothing like one of those. But it didn't taste like, it tasted like grandma's sweets. You know what I'm saying? It tasted like, it didn't have that, you know, because sometimes when you put fillings and stuff, you know, that sugar frosting flavor or that
the fake frosting flavor,
yeah, type stuff. You know, they'll throw that in there and maybe throw some cream or something, you know, and you're like, yeah, it's good, but yeah, it's not a cannoli, you know. I mean, this isn't something. I mean, people sell those things on the street, man. You know, I mean,
the term I was gonna tell you, like when something is sweet but it's too sweet.
Yeah,
the term is cloyingly sweet.
Oh yeah, it's like that's like I said. That's like with like something like cheesecake. I love cheesecake. If I eat more than a little piece, you know it later. You love it. And it's like it's nice to have some cheesecake, but it's not something that you eat a whole bunch of. You know.
Well, I mean
unless you want to eat a lot of antacids and have stomach problems, you know.
A very good way to counter that is you need to counter like the richness and the sweetness of cheesecake with something that is a little bit salty, a little bit savory, like pretzels.
Yep. Or beaver rub.
Oh. Now, a good cheesecake made on a pretzel crust.
Yeah.
That's good times.
That's true.
But, yeah.
Anyway,
let's all hop over to Secular Opinion.
Yeah, let's walk over to Secular Opinions. I'm going to
go Lord and Master.
I'm going to go over to ask him if Uncle Lobster, because I'm going to go in as Uncle Lobster. I'm not really using my Grampy Lobster thing right now because, I mean, I can if I make a video or something, but I'm trying to get like more over here until I can get back. I don't know. You know, it's like when.
Well,
anyway.
That's why I messaged you on Discord. I'm like, are you Uncle Lobster? Because I knew you were Uncle Grampy Lobster, but
yeah, I was just like, yeah. So apparently that's the only way I can reach Uncle Grampy Lobster is on my phone. I have no idea why, but that's the only way I can access that fucking account. I have no idea why. It's weird. But anyway, so I'm going to go over there, folks. Thanks for watching. Remember, we've got Patreon. We've got merch. The holidays are coming. We got a PayPal. And I meant to tell you, Wilson, it's not top of the line or nothing like that, but it's a good quality. We're going to be pulling the string and getting a new computer.
Nice.
Really soon. It's a Lavono, just like the one I use now. It's an all-in-one. It's something. It's like this thing when I first started, and it's up to date. It's a good quality. It's and for what I can like afford and what I can make, I mean, sometimes it's nice to have credit, and not have 28% credit card, but and
so
have,
what you're saying is the Frosts are paying for it.
Yeah, pretty much. Getting it for my atheist check.
Yeah.
And people that have donated, I'm like throwing that in for my payment or something, so I'll make it down a little bit lower or something. But if somebody wanted to, but and people that did donate, thank you so much. But it's just something that I need to do. I spoke with, my wife knew I wanted to do it, and I was kind of at that point where, and I showed her and I said, look, it's not a lot of money. It's not like it's, but would you be mad? And, and I said, I know I got to sacrifice certain things. I can't smoke as much pot, which I don't. I pretty much try to stay with the edibles, 2-3 times a month, something like that, maybe a couple times, and then I go through my really weird stage, but yeah, just, yeah, you figured. And then Frankie's going to show me how to use this OBS or StreamYards or something. So we'll have like little pictures on the side, and we can see the side chat real time, and we can have a real fucking quality fucking production for people.
So are people going to be able to donate to talk shit? Because that would be fucking epic.
Yeah, when I get to a fucking 1,000, sure, absolutely. I'll put voice chat up. You can call me anything you want if you donate. Just don't charge back, man. Or else I'll make a video about you and pull you.
I mean, that's what Black ID TV did for before he got monetized.
Oh, really? You can do that then?
Yeah,
through
Streamlabs.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you had to still have like 1,000 subs or some horse shit like that.
No, because after Cobes
like commercials.
No, because after Cobes got demonetized, that's where like the whole donate to talk shit thing popped in, because he did the whole text to speech.
I thought that whole thing about him getting demonetized sucked, man. I really did. I was so upset. I'm like, give the guy his fucking chance. You know what I mean?
I'm really. I
got to know Cobes. Did I mention that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently he did a video today. Like he got an actual like eye surgery.
Yeah.
And he's fucking doing a video where like his whole like left eye, his right eye is just completely fucking bloodshot because dude just had eye surgery, no eye patch, no covering, no nothing. He's got new glasses on, and he's trying to do a stream. I'm like, you're gonna go fucking blind. And
yeah,
I thought he was supposed to be moving last week.
Look, people have tried to help him. People have talked to him. People have, what do you want to say, was getting evicted or they're not renewing his lease or whatever. And I got nothing again. I hope he lands on his feet. I'm sure he will. Cobes is going to do what Cobes is going to do because that's what Cobes is going to do. He'll take all of the fucking criticism. He'll take all the advice.
I'm just saying that I don't want to see the fucking, I don't want to see the stream of him live streaming to where like the police are saying like, okay, your time's up. You got to go.
I mean, I gave him kudos for the cocksock, man. I said, dude, you put that motherfucker on and you rocked it, man. I said, there's a lot of people out there that won't fucking do that. I said, you did. I said, yeah, go, I mean, fuck. If you're going to do something, do it. I mean, he's
fuck if you get banned or not.
Huh?
Said, fuck it if you get banned or not.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the allure. It's like with his glasses. I'm like, it's amazing he hasn't taken up some kind of a pirate persona. you know, with a patch on his eye or something like that. But yeah, he's not going to listen to his doctor. He's gonna treat it like it's a wound. It's gonna heal. It's gonna get better like that. When it doesn't, they're gonna say, "Well, the doctor says I need to wear a patch, but then I can't see it on my fucking eye and shit." And it's like, well, that's part of a healing process. Maybe that might have to take place is the rest of your eye, or I don't know, something, you know. But he's not gonna listen. He's gonna be Cobes, you know. He learned to play guitar. And
he might have to listen to his dad, because I'm pretty sure his dad is the one like really like going in on him.
Yeah. Oh, you know that.
But okay, Secular is live, so let's.
Okay. Well, there. I'll talk to you later. You guys.
Bye, buddy.
Bye. Get out of here. Thanks a lot for coming in, folks. For the 6 people still watching, this is Grampy Lobster. Thank you so much. We've got. More fun tonight. Go over to Secular Opinions Weirdo Wonderland. And remember, folks, if you're not watching this on the official 2020 Uncle Lobster channel, you're getting played. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later.